Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. 3.10.1 is finally in the live servers, but is it any better than 3.10? Let's go through the patch notes today and find out. As always, a huge thank you to all of my patrons, in particular to Dolbrak for becoming my latest patron. Thank you so much for the support. If you do want to support the channel further, all the links are provided below. So firstly, I'll just give my thoughts on the 3.10.1 build. Now, I have played pretty much every PTU patch for this build. Many of you have seen me streaming it, and I personally think it's in a lot better state and more stable and user-friendly than the initial 3.10 build, but it is still suffering from many issues, some of which include AI desyncing, a big lack of missions spawning, be that derelict missions, combat missions, or delivery missions. As it appears, we only have the multi-stage delivery missions available still. Combat is a lot of fun in space, but the desync can be very frustrating at times. With me even thinking the path ahead is clear, but then a large starfarer that I'm supposed to be protecting suddenly appears in front of me and I explode. And yes, I am sticking to that excuse. Also, I have not tried any commodity trading, as I hear the timers are still an issue, and obviously the 30Ks can still happen, but they have significantly reduced for me. I think I may have had one during my stream on the last stream with 3.10.1D, but I actually cannot remember if that was the case or not. But do just keep in mind that they could and will still likely happen for the time being. Now, if you are new to Star Citizen and you've only been playing for a little while, I think you will find a lot of enjoyment from 3.10.1. So long as you don't mind the known issues, there's still a lot of content in there to enjoy and to start learning, like the flight model, combat, and mining. But if you are someone who is taking a bit of time off from Star Citizen and you've been back for quite a while now, and you plan to come back at some point, maybe wait and check out the 3.11 build, as I think a lot of what you would probably find frustrating is still present in the 3.10.1 build. I personally have been having a great time playing, but the issues can on occasion get a bit too much, but it is entirely up to you and you alone, so I'll leave that up to you to determine. Maybe give it a go and see how it feels. Anyway, let's get to the patch notes. So firstly, there was a wipe, a database wipe, and the starting alpha UEC is 20,000, so do not expect to have all your weapons, your items, your cash. They have kind of been reset. Also, they have stated that they are aware of additional issues that they would like to fix, and so are releasing this to the live build to allow them to collect more information on these issues, along with discovering some other issues. They have asked us to use the issue council and report as much as we can using a thread which I have linked below. So it does sound like they're intending to continue polishing the 3.10.1 build beyond what we have here, and I think the reason for this is actually more to do with server meshing than giving us a more solid build, which I will address in a video most likely coming tomorrow, so do make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that one. Anyway, for feature updates, a lot of these are things that have been included in previous PTU patch notes of mine, so I'll just briefly go through them. But for characters, they have done visual updates for the bartender, and they've added bartenders and patrons to rest stops. For gameplay, they have updated the ship targeting UI with closure rates to target, reticle and pip animations indicating fire solution, and they've removed the outline effect on targeted ships. For ships, they have reverted the Banu Defender to its default loadout. They've added manual interactions to the Avenger internal doors so players don't get stuck, and they've added Reliant variants to the New Deal and Arena Commander inventories. For weapons, they have temporarily converted the Tachyon weapons into normal energy cannons. They've added the Hornet ball turret, the flash fire mount and nose turret to the PU stores and Arena Commander REC rentals. And then for bug fixing, so there are 27 bug fixes throughout the whole PTU period, which include locations or portions of locations should no longer stream in slowly or fail to stream in at all. That is a new one, and it's a pretty good fix. The ROC can now pick everything up that it mines. Also, its storage should now show the correct amount of minerals. Area 18's landing splines should no longer destroy the player's ship. The multi-drop-off missions should now have all 3 locations. Weapons should no longer float near the player's back if they unequip the Novikov or Pembroke suit. Equipping an attachment to a weapon should no longer leave the attachment in the player's hand. Players should no longer take collision damage when entering ships via EVA. Players should no longer get 16,007 connection errors. Delivery boxes should no longer appear in the ground, and so many more as well. A lot of these, as I say, I have covered with each 3.10.1 PTU patch video, so I don't want to go through them all again. They have fixed over the course of the PTU 8 client crashes and 9 server crashes, plus they have done various memory leak fixes and various fixes for hub and backend service crashes. So a lot has been cleaned up with these PTU builds, but there are still 21 known issues, and some of these, not all of them again, I have covered them previously. Some of them include hangar doors may close too quickly. A workaround for this is to re-request landing. Cockpit MFDs can stop working, and I'm glad that they've addressed this, as my Avenger MFDs seem to still suffer the same as they did before the building blocks update. Now I don't know if it is this bug they're suffering from, or if it is that the Avenger hasn't been updated to building blocks. I feel like it might be just a new bug, but I wonder what the issue here is. Anyway, bed logging out can sometimes return the players into the center of the system. Commodity boxes dropped by exploded ships can sometimes despawn too quickly. The Karak elevator panel may fail. That is an annoying one for a lot of people, I know. AI ships can still suffer from desync. Ships can still be in an unknown state after they are destructed. And mined rocks can still vibrate. Plus, again, quite a few more. So that is the live patch notes. They have made, again, some great progress with these updates, and it looks like they're intending to continue cleaning up this build as well. But with that said, do make sure you are subscribed and comment with what you're excited for in Star Citizen. It can be anything now or in the future if you want to be in with a chance to win a standalone Mantis ship, courtesy of the Doctor, one of my very generous channel members. Also, tick that notification bell should you want to be notified every time my videos go live, and hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. Come and hang out over on twitch.tv/supermacbrothers Ryan. We'll be definitely checking out the 3.10.1 live patch today, maybe picking up an ROC and doing some mining. Thank you to my patrons and channel members for all the support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.